Hey guys, welcome to the Gods Unchained beta with the Professor. Alright, it's time for our Monday Mythic meta for the ranked weekend event that ran on September 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Let's take a look at our results. Here's a list of our top players. We can see first place came in with 24 wins, one off a perfect run. We have two players with 23 wins, hot on the heels of first place. And then we have four players with 22 wins. This rounds out our top seven, leaving a very competitive race for 9th and 10th place with 21 wins, several players with 21 wins. Again, these are unofficial results, so we'll see who ends up nabbing 9th or 10th place for the extra prizes. Several players with 20 wins on this page and also the following pages. Let's go into more details. We can see that War remains the most popular god, but it looks like our meta is starting to diversify a little bit. 15 of our top 20 players played War. We have two players in our top 20 that played Deception. And then we have one player each for Death, Magic, and Nature in the top 20. No Light player made it into the top 20 this week. War still maintains a strong hold on the top 10, taking 1st to 9th place, with Death sneaking up and taking 10th place. War remains the best deck at 24 wins. The best Magic, Death, and Nature deck managed 21 wins. And the best Deception deck managed 20 wins. I did not find a Light deck that managed 18 wins or more. We're seeing a drop off from control type decks. Only 13 decks of the top 20 were controlled this week, and the rest of the 7 decks were aggro decks in our top 20. Let's take a look at our decks in detail. Our top deck this week was a War deck with 24 wins. This one's a control onslaught deck. We see the usual cards with Enduring Shield, Tavern Brawler, Iron Tooth Goblin for relic removal, Harvest Arachne for the deadly, the twin strike cards like Knock V Pillager, Trojan Battle Mage, strong removals like Magic Missile Launcher, Carnage Sweep, Aeneas, Herticus, and then Endgame with Strength in Numbers, Hector, and Avatar of War. Our top Death deck this week managed 21 wins. This one's a control deck with Blood Ritual God Power. This control deck stalls with Siren of the Grave, Inflamed Self, Demogorgon, and cards that can take advantage of the afterlife effects like Canopic Hoarder and Sand Scorpion. We have some mana ramp with Fanatic Gnome, Ruined Asp. We have removals with Reap, Neferu, Apocalypse Now, and End Time. And of course, you have your combo with the Khopesh and Hippocrates monster. Our top nature deck managed 21 wins. This one's an aggro nature deck. Likely god power would be Animal Bond or Leech Life. You have your usual low curve nature cards like Chiron, Marshwalker, Underbrush Boar, Fey-Fame Blade, Canopy Barrage. You have your strong nature cards like Selena, Avatar of Nature, Jaguar Staff. You have some text here for the meta like Reflection Elementalist and Ironclad Minotaur. Also, 2x Vart Basilisk for the Relic Destruction. Our best Magic deck managed 21 wins. This one's a control ramp Magic deck with the Clear Mind God Power. You have removals in Star Shard Bolt and Tracking Bolt. You have your ramp with Sip of Elixir, Guardian of the Gates, Manitoad. There's plenty of removal with Faraday Cage, Crystal Rain, Ratify, 2x Archimedes Mirror, Circe, Inferno, and Demogorgon. And then you have your endgame package with Frey, Avatar of Magic, Hylian Elite, and Echophon. We had 2 Deception decks this week that managed 20 wins in the top 20. I'm going to showcase the one with the higher win rate, and this one's a controlled Deception deck. This deck focuses on controlling your opponent's board and hand disruption. You have Stolen Plans, Ludious Deception, Lightfoot Informant to take some spells from your opponent, Exercise for Stalling, Cutthroat Insight for taking cards, Charm, and then you have your control cards like Mugging, Sleep Dart, Hunting Trap, Umber Arrow, Avatar of Deception, Elixir of the Snake, Rapture Dance, and then you have some endgame cards like That Which Aches, Demogorgon, and Anti-Magic Expert. As I mentioned earlier, I didn't find a light deck that performed well for this week. Taking a look at our snapshot of the meta for the last 3 days at the Mythic level, We can see that War maintains to be the popular choice at 36.5% and a 55% win rate. Death is also popular at 11% and has a 50% win rate. Nature, of course, remains popular at 27%, and the least popular are Light and Magic. War has a positive win rate across the board with a very strong win rate over Nature and Light. Death is able to pick up some win rates versus Nature and Magic. And Nature having a positive win rate over Deception, as usual, and also versus Magic and Light. Now for something new and different. In collaboration with Stack15 from our GU Discord, we were able to track and keep score of our top players that finished in the top 10. So every time a player finished in the top 10, they were given a point, depending on if they finished first, all the way down to 10th. First place received 10 points. Finishing in 10th place gave you 1 point. We can see that our top player is Mirage here, accumulating the most points with the most first place finishes. The Octopus Squad showing up really strong here, taking 2nd, 3rd, and 4th place in finishes. We have Clutch here finishing with 31 points and also with a first place finish and various other finishes in the top 10. And then we have our hosts of Pods Unchained here, Copper Pitch and Caution Fund, right next to each other on 7th and 8th place. Also worth mentioning is ISBN, the first player ever to get our 25 out of 25 weekend rank, still holding on here into the top 15, even though he hasn't been active recently. And then rounding out the top 20, we have Fake News and Aftermath at the bottom. With the prizes earned, not only from top 10 finishes, but also from consistent weekend ranked earnings, we created an estimate of how much each player has earned so far in packs in the Divine Order. So this scoring list and the packs calculation started calculating the week that the Divine Order became the prizes. And also, this does not include the most recent ranked weekend, since the most recent ranked weekend is not yet official. So thus far, Mirage is the highest earning player, earning almost 2,000 worth of packs in Divine Order. Aldok and Vazkill are hot on his heels, and we have a symbol here that's doing pretty well as well. And then quite a few other players finishing with over $1,000 worth of packs earned so far. Stack15 and I will continue tracking this going forward. It'll be interesting to see which players earn more series points for finishing in the top 10. And it'll be fun to see who our top earners will be. If you have any questions about this, feel free to drop them in the comments of the video. And that's it. Here's a list of our top players again. Congratulations on a great weekend, and good luck on your packs when you receive them.